Some would call it swag, some would call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge toward the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season,
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He has the first and still on his feet. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
and obviously if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell it extends for the ball, but great job by getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. Plows through the defense.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Samuel. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll do it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Green. Sweet cut there. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. The Nittany Lions come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to sneak it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll pull it on the read. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. he puts 3 on the board. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here come the Irish back on offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Going right to work up top. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not. So that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Unloads quickly. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run, it's Hill. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to take off. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's going for it all. He's got it at the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Arizona State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Makes the catch. It's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. There's a reason they call it linebacker U, and class is in session getting that sack.
I mean, big-time playmakers at the linebacker spot all throughout their history that know how to get to quarterbacks and know how to make big-time plays.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. You're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's got it, 1st down and more. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A rather unpredictable productive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Got the back over the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts, they'll try it again. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And sometimes the best defense is... a bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hill.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great time. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Card in the backfield. It's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a big play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down.
On to kick it away.
Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in.
He's going for a big play downfield. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his big tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Rice. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourself.
Oh, he's got some space. The 40, the 30, past the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, we knew coming into this game they were going to try and get this receiver the football as many touches as possible in as many different ways as possible. And here you're seeing it on the option play. Great decision by the quarterback to pitch it out wide. There was nobody out there accounting for him, and he shows you the speed out in the open field for a long touchdown for this offense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Larson. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. This drive's been productive so far, already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. And here comes the punt team. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give on the inside. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Gives it on the option. Makes it past the marker. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the wildcat again. Handoff from the gun. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Bringing the heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Just needs a crack to get a return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Turns it on at midfield. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this.
Turning it on! Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They'll run it from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on him.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. All wideouts, no backs. He'll throw on third down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Hand off from the shotgun. Hard running there. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Dumps it off in the flats. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He's got him. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on second down. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Picks up the first down. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. He'll work his way down to the 28. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Keeps it on the bootleg. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here on third down. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
The RPO fired complete to the left. At the 40, there he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Notre Dame right back to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Going to try to get it himself. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability.
He hurls one deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams